What is more important to you, the party or the platform?
The platform. Because the policies and the substantive decisions that a political party makes and implements are more important than what the party's reputation is or what they represent optically in the federal policy sphere.
Well, they kind of go hand in hand, but I would say the platform. I'm not particularly faithful party-wise. It's just a question of what are they actually theoretically going to do for us.
Easily the platform. Yeah, I don't really care about the party itself. I'm interested in what ideas they bring forward, by far. I could care less about the party, truthfully.
It's easy to get caught up in a party label and get associated, but I think at the end of the day, the platform is the thing that really impacts your life, what policies are enacted, those sorts of things.
About half and half. I mean, I've been a one-party person pretty much my whole life, so it's but I generally agree with the direction they go in.
The platform is more important to me than the party because I believe that traditionally people have voted along party lines and not necessarily looked into the issues that are at hand. So the platform is much more important to me.
What's important to me is what the party does and its record of doing things. And for example, when people voted Liberal in the last election, I don't think they expected $5.5 billion to be spent buying a pipeline.
I don't see how voting along party lines helps you if they're not dealing with the issues. The issues change and your approach has to change. I mean, COVID has taught us pivoting, and pivoting. So, I think all parties have to sort of adjust to that, and how they decide to do that will influence my vote, as opposed to saying, no, I don't vote Liberal or I don't vote Conservative.
A sense that they're actually committed to enacting their platform, at least as much as they can, because I think we've seen a lot of examples in the past of platform promises that don't get fulfilled. And so I'd really like to have a strong sense that it's not just an election promise, that it's something that they'll be committed to in the future. And I think that's almost more important to me than certainly more important to me than party.
I'd have to say with the party, just because it's hard to get something done when it's just like, vote Trudeau because he's going to do this. It can't take one man to do everything now. You need a whole party. Even with a minority government, it's even harder to have more drastic change happen.
Most parties now are not as distinct as they have been in the past, so their individual platforms will be how will they address deficits and things like that. So those will be issues to be dealt with as each party offers them.
The ideology between Conservative and Liberals is so similar, they just gloss over it in a way that makes it seem like they're slightly different, right? So I think what they say they're going to deliver matters a lot more to me.
I personally would say both. I would not segregate them into separate categories at all. I think that a party is only as good as its platform, and if you don't have a good platform, I don't care how charismatic you may be as a leader or as a person that's running, you need the platform. So probably when I think about that now, the platform would be most important, but a charismatic, well-adjusted leader is also extremely important.
For me personally, it's what they talk about, right? So I think it's about the platform, right? How they're showcasing themselves, what their beliefs and values are, right? Because at the end of the day, we're buying into the person, we're buying into the people, the leaders, not just, what they represent, but the person themselves, their character and their values.
It used to be the party, I felt, but platform now.
Why did it change?
Because I was a Liberal all my life. Maybe because my father was, and I just stayed on, and there's more to it than just being a Liberal. The platform is more important.
I think because the party, has a lot of reputation, but they don't always follow through. So it's nice to see what changes they're making with the new platforms and stuff like that, and what they're willing to change.
You know what? Each election I've switched. I never go for one color. I always pick the best at the time. So I review everybody's thoughts and all the things they want to go through, and and that's how I pick. You know, I do my research, and yeah, you can't just pick one color. You know, you got to be open to other ideas.
What good is the party without a good platform? You know, they have to be more than just words. It has to be action added to those words, and I don't really see a lot of that. I mean, I think we're doing pretty well right now, but it could be better, it could be worse.
Personally, I think it's a platform, and obviously, that's to me. I mean, I've voted for various parties before. I've supported most of them, and so for me, it's platform.
You know, it's what the party stands for. It's not how pretty people are in that party, it's what they stand for. If it aligns with what my beliefs are, that's what I'm going to vote for.
Platform of the party, probably. I don't care what party's in, so long as they're actually doing something that's going to prevent, you know, severe climate catastrophe within the next 10 years.
I see the party as sort of like an image or a label. And I think it's more important to focus on the issues at hand.
Probably the platform, because what they promise to do is more important than what the actual party is, because I think Canadian parties are all pretty similar. So I would probably vote for the person that I agree with the most.